Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everybody, good evening. Inshallah, today I'm going to discuss some tips and tricks about calendar and how to define it. Uh, some questions maybe which could cause some conflict for us, and inshallah we'll try to clear these conflicts during this video, inshallah. First, I'd like to introduce some questions which will inshallah be answered during this video. Why do your daily working hours sometimes show wrong in the schedule? What is the difference between total work hours and detailed work hours? And which one really drives your schedule? If you enter 10 hours per day, as an example, and another value in detailed work, does B6 Primavera actually detect a conflict or no? Should you always adjust the time periods or just leave them as a default? Should you calculate the months as 30 or 28 or 31 or have a conversion factor such as like 4.33, and why does B6 do it differently from my perspective? How do you verify that every activity is really linked to the correct calendar? This is a question inshallah we will try to answer during this video. First of all, I define two calendars from the program. Here, calendars. I define two calendars. Uh, these calendars and this one. This 5 days work, 10 hours per day, and this 5 days work, 5 hours per day. First of all, if we are going to define a new calendar, what shall we do? We will add a calendar and then select the nearest one to the calendar which you need to make a new for the new one. Just a similar one to have a small work inside this activity, such as like this, and I'll select and just rename it and so on. Okay, after renaming it, I can go to modify and modify it. First, for this calendar, it's 5 working days and 10 hours. What shall I do first? Modify, and then we have two selection from here: total work hours per day and detailed work hours per day. The first thing we will enter for detailed work hours per day, and then select all them by entering shift from the keyboard and select all of them and make them as a non-work. If you do this, you will make an exception for this day only. So you have to enter. So this wrong thing, maybe you have faced. First thing, you will go for work week and select the days that you want to be as a work days. From Sunday to Thursday as a work days, and for Friday and Saturday, select them from also pressing shift and Friday and then Saturday, and make them all of them for just select them from here and shift from here and make them as an unwork. Okay, for Sunday and Thursday you will go for them and select the working hours. I select from 7 until 12 as a working, and then have an hour as a rest, and then continue work again after from 12 after 1 p.m. to go until 6 p.m. So we have a total 10 work hours. I will not I save these changes. I just showed you how to make the calendar first. So review again. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, review again. Just from detailed work and then from work week, then select the days from shift and update the work hours for them. So this what we already did for this calendar, 5 days work and 10 hours 10 hours per day. Same for 5 hours per day. Okay, from detailed work here, and just I select 5 hours to be as a work and 2 days as a vacation. Okay, the first thing that inshallah we're going to answer from the questions that we have presented at the first of the video, why do your daily working hours sometimes show wrong in the schedule? Because first of all, the selection of the program here, it depends on the hours that you have entered here. And if you choose a wrong calendar or put it design for the detailed work hours in a wrong way, so you will have a wrong duration and so on. So many reasons for giving you a wrong duration inside the program itself. The second questions, what is the difference between total work hours and detailed work hours, and which one really drives your schedule? This is very important questions. Okay, from here, as I mentioned before, we will return back for this calendar and make this as a standard again. Okay, for this calendar, just when I from here I put as a 5 hours before the rest and 5 hours after the rest from Sunday till Thursday. So what the changes happen? The changes happen only on total work hours here. Here it becomes 10 hours per day. Is this effect on the time periods here? No, has been entered by yourself, and we will see what is the effect of changing these hours per time period. So the only changes here, if we return it back here and make such as like this as a non-working hours, not here, from sorry, from work week to be as a command for all, and then return back for here, we'll see that the work hours per day is decreased to be 9 hours per day. And this is the only effect that we have got from the detailed work hours per day. What is the difference between total work hours per day here, which we got from time periods, and enter manually by your hand? This is the answer for the second question. If I enter like 12 hours per day and then select OK, does this change anything inside the detailed work hours per day? No, it wouldn't have no effect. If I change here also, does this will have change here uh, for the time periods here? No. The only change that we have mentioned in the work uh, weeks here that we have from the detailed work hours. Okay, so what is the effect from the time periods here? Let's cancel all the changes here and then we take back for this question. So what is the question? What is the change if I change the numbers here? First of all, we need to know what is this number indicates for or indicates to. Hours per day, this is the working hours per day, which you identify by yourself. How many hours that I will work during this day. Let's say that 10 days. Hours per week, no problem also. I have 5 days, so I multiply 5 by 10. The problem first coming from here and here. Hours per month. Now, we didn't work for the whole month, so 300 is wrong because 30 multiplied by 10 is equals 300, but it's not right because we have 2 days as a vacation per week. So this is the first wrong thing. From my perspective, that we can do for as a common because we have months like 28 days, 31 days, 30 days, and how come I and control the numbers that I enter? And also for this case, we have only 5 days work. So the only the thing that we have a common is to multiply the number of hours per week by 4.33. So the hours per month will be like as a command for everything 4.33 multiply by the working hours per day here, hours per week 50. So the number will be 216.5. And here also we will multiply the 50 hours per week multiply by 52. 50 number of weeks during the year. It's about 2,600. So this is the right conversion. What is the benefit from writing this right conversion inside the program itself? This is the thing that we will discuss right now. First of all, I'll show the column of calendar inside the planning phase here from columns, and then select from search and add it inside the selected option to be to show the calendar that to show the calendar column here. First, I'll have only these two activities to discuss upon them. Okay, let's first turn it back from user preference to our hours. This is to convert again the program to just the unit of time to be hours. I enter here 2 hours, 150 and 150 for both of them, for both activities. And we will see the difference by selecting the another calendar from here. So first, as we discussed before, that the program main uh, software is hours. So after putting the duration by hours and I converting it from edit here with a preference to another unit time, it will return it back for what? Return it back for the calendar, which I'll choose, and return it back to the time period here. This is the numbers that I put here. So to facilitate the numbers, I'll put it as a numbers, right numbers to have it, a right conversion here. Let's put this, so this is the right number, but I would put it another value to have to facilitate or to make it easy when we convert between units there. So I'll put here as a 300 hours per month and then save. Okay. And for another one, I'll modify also time periods to put it as a 100. This 100 is wrong. Suppose I have multiplied 25 by 4.33. This will exceed than 100. But for facilitating or to discuss the issue, I'll put it as 100. Okay. Let's see what is the difference. Okay. First, I put here 150 and I'll choose the calendar here. Another calendar. And this another calendar. Sorry. So first of all, this calendar 150 hours duration, and this calendar is 5 days, 10 hours per day, and I bought it here in conversion in the month 300, and in the week is 10 multiplied by 550. So let's convert it from here 150. Let's convert it from here to be like just days. What is the answer? Here 150 and working per day is 10 hours, so it will be 15. And here 150 hours and working hours per day is 5, so 150 divided by 5, it will be 30. Let's see, 15 and 30. Okay, let's do another thing. User preference will convert it to be month. What is the difference between here? As you remembered, I put here for the 5 multiplied by 10 calendar, the month to be 300. So 150 here will be half month. And here I put it as a 100, so it will be 150 here, 1.5 month. This is the difference. So the only change coming from the definition of the calendar for the calendar for any calendar for the time periods here, it's just only the conversion that we already have after putting the duration, and I convert the unit of time to be another day or hours or months and so on. So this is only the value for the hours per time period. So not affect the detailed work hours. So we answer this question and also answer this. Should you always adjust time period or leave them as a default? Answer also most of these questions. Return it back again. Um, so the first thing of to define the calendar is first to get the detailed work hours, and from the here from the work weeks, you just select the days and define the work hours from here, and put as a non-work hours as you want. And this will change the time period here, not the time period here, but will change here the work weeks and will not affect the time periods, as we said. Last thing before finishing the video, we will return it back again to have hours and return it back 150 and 150 again, and using these two calendars. From here, from admin preferences, we have also another hours per time period. What is the meaning of this? Let's see this checkbox. Use assigned calendar to specify the number of work hours for each time period. This is very important checkbox. If I remove this sign from this checkbox, I'll depend only for the conversions that I put here. Let's see. I put here as example 5 hours per day, 25 per week, 100 per month. Same, 5 multiplied by 5 calendar. For and to facilitate the things, it's not right to put it at 100 as I said before. So if I remove this, let's see the 5 multiplied by 10 calendar, it will be the same for 5 multiplied by 5 because I depend on the hours per time period here. not change here, but it will be changed after conversion of the unit per time here to be days or months or something. It will be 30 days and 30 days. However, I choose another two calendars because from administration here, I put not to use the calendar. I'll put the specified number of work hours for each time period for the whole program, the conversion only from this screen. So the right thing is to just put here, or if you want, if you want to use a common conversion, use it from here. But if you want to use the conversion from each calendar, you will put this checkboxes, right? And it will be return again to change the according to the calendar. I hope that my video here, and inshallah, answers these important questions, and inshallah, and has a value for you. Thank you.